welcome back to my channel. So this is part 4 and we were discussing the solving really recurrence relations using linear algebras. Okay, in part 1 of the video we discussed how we formulated the recurrence relation in the matrix form and what were the independent bases. I explained in that part. If you haven't watched it, please you can check that video out in the I tab above. Okay, in part 2 we found out the characteristic equation and I explained the intuition of eigenvalue and eigenvector. And we found out the value of the S matrix, that was the eigenvector corresponding to the eigenvalues. Okay. Then in part 3, we discussed how to find the S inverse using Gauss-Jordan elimination method. And I told in brief what it means, elimination means, and how, why the row, what is the meaning of in geometrical interpretation of elimination. When doing operations on rows and adding, what it means, okay, in that part. Now we will talk about we know S. I will write it down what we found out in the previous videos. S was 2 1 1 1 2 1 1 1, and what we found out, S inverse 1 minus 1 minus 1, 1 minus 1, and S inverse is 1 minus 1 minus 1 2. Okay. Okay, so now we will talk about today what is the meaning of the matrix S, and okay, what were our eigenvalues. Eigenvalues were 2 and 1. Okay, so eigenvalues were 2 was corresponding to 2 1. Yes. Okay, so our eigenvalues lambda into I, this matrix is 2 0 0 1, right? All right, so what we will see in real world, what is the meaning of this matrix that represents the eigenvectors corresponding to the eigenvalues. Okay, first we understand that. Okay, suppose this is yellow. With yellow I am representing the original coordinate system. Okay, so this is your reference point origin. This is your I cap direction, original I cap direction, and let the vector along the I cap be 0, 1 0, right? 1 0 1 0. This is your I cap, and the vector along the y direction or j cap direction, the unit vector be uh, yeah, this be 0 1. Okay, and this is your j cap, original j cap direction. Okay, now what does this 2 1 1 1 represent? It represent the position. Okay, you we will assume that you are measuring all the distances of the points, okay, from this reference I cap and j cap. Okay, suppose this green is a point, so what do? You measure along x axis how much you have to move from origin, okay, to reach that green point. Okay, suppose you moved x units along the I cap direction and along the j cap direction, now you move y units. So the coordinate of this point becomes x, y, and everything you are watching, you are measuring, you are measuring the distances from this original yellow I cap and yellow j cap. Okay, from there you are measuring the distances. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So now your eigenvector coordinate system from 2 1 is representing where your eigenvectors coordinates eigen coordinate systems I cap is there. Okay, I will write it as I cap dash. Okay, this is your I cap dash. Your eigenvector coordinate system's x-axis, if you measure it from the original coordinate system, from x direction you have to move 2 units and y direction you have to move 1 unit. Then this becomes your eigen coordinate system's I cap. Okay, 2, 1, and the j cap, okay, or the your everything, every distance you are measuring from the original coordinate system, from the yellow coordinate system. You are standing on the original coordinate system and measuring all the distances. Okay, and this will be your j cap dash, j cap dash. And this, from when you see the distance of this red vector j cap dash from the yellow I cap and j cap, the coordinate come out to be 1, 1. Okay, okay. Now suppose you do in the original coordinate system. Okay, I will change the color to blue. In the everything you are measuring right now, all the distances are with respect to this yellow I cap and yellow j cap. Okay, now suppose there is a point. Okay, let us take the point 3 comma 2. Okay, and 3 comma 2, how did you measure? You measured it from how much you moved from original yellow I cap. 3 units along I cap and 2 units 2 units along j cap direction. So you got this blue vector. Okay, this is every distance you are measuring with respect to the original yellow coordinate system. Okay, now you want, if you, what do you get when you do s into, let this point be x. Okay, okay, what do you get? Okay, okay, wait. Okay, okay, so okay, we will come back to this point. This I should explain first with s inverse. Okay, uh, but we can understand here as well. Okay, suppose in the eigen coordinate system, okay, you will get mixed. Okay, first what we do, we understand what s inverse is, then we will come back again over here. Okay, I will add a new slide and we will first understand what s inverse is. Okay, okay, I will again make that. Okay, this is your original I cap, this is your original j cap. Okay, and okay, the red this red is representing I cap dash and j cap dash, and they represent the eigen coordinate system. So any vectors when uh, you take the red I cap dash and j cap dash, you stand on this. Now you are standing and measuring all the distances with respect to this I cap dash and the eigen vector j cap dash. Okay, okay, every distance, that means your original, your uh, this vector is 1 comma 0. Now this is your x-axis and this is your y-axis, 0 comma 1. Okay, and all the distances now you're measuring how much you have to move along this uh, red I cap dash, and how much you have to move along this red j cap dash. Okay, every point's coordinates is how much you are moving, scalar you are moving around this I cap dash and along this j cap dash. Okay, suppose there is a point over here, the green point. Okay, uh, this is the point. Okay, so how do you write the coordinate of this point? You write how many units you have to walk along this red eigen vector coordinate systems I cap dash, and how much along this red j cap dash you have to move, how much scalar to reach this point. So this is being represented using S inverse. Okay, so S inverse, what the columns represent? 1 minus 1 minus 1 2, 1 minus 1 minus 1 2. So what does this column is representing in the S inverse matrix? It represents your original yellow I cap, how much you have to move from this red eigen coordinate systems when you are measuring every distance from eigen, standing on the eigen coordinate systems I cap, how much you have to move to reach uh, this yellow point, this yellow I cap, how much you have to move? You have to, on this red I cap dash, you have to move the scalar 1 unit, and along this j cap dash direction, I will extend it to the negative side as well, you have to move minus 1 units to reach this point. So that means your coordinate system or the reference coordinate system to measure the distances has changed to the eigen coordinate system. So this I cap is this yellow I cap is now 1 minus 1, and this yellow j cap is the second column, minus 1 comma 2. When you measure it from this red I cap dash and j cap dash, they are nothing but the eigen vectors. Okay. So this is minus 1 comma 2. So you are right now in the eigen coordinate system. Eigen coordinate system means I cap dash, your eigen vectors are your I cap dash, j cap dash, and all the points, all the vectors are measured from these two red bases. Okay. So if you want to move, if you want, suppose you know, so what it means when you do S inverse X, okay, S inverse X means originally in the yellow coordinate system, when you were in the yellow coordinate system, when we were standing in the yellow coordinate system or original coordinate system, then you had to move the scalars 3 unit. Suppose in the original coordinate system, there was a point I am marking with yellow, and along this standard I cap you had to move 3 units scalar, and j cap along you have to move 2 units scalar. Okay. Now, but this coordinate is measured with respect to your original yellow coordinate system when you are measuring all distances from there. But now you want to know, if you change your coordinate system to the eigen coordinate system, the red coordinate system, what will be this point's coordinate become when you change your coordinate system? Okay, that this S inverse X is representing. Originally your yellow I cap was 1 0, but in the eigen coordinate system its coordinate is 1 comma minus 1. So 1 comma minus 1, scale it with 3 units, that would be your uh, new X coordinate with respect to eigen coordinate system of this point. Okay, so let us see. We will do this 1 minus 1 minus 1 2. 3 input is your coordinate in original coordinate system. How much scalar you had to move. Now 3 times this. So that would be 3 times 1 minus 1 plus 2 times minus 1 2. So what is your x coordinate? 3 minus 2 1, and minus 3 plus 4, right? 4 minus 3 1. So this 3 comma 2 in the original coordinate system, yellow coordinate system, this same point has become 1 comma 1 in the eigen coordinate system. I hope you have understood. So what, when you multiply with S inverse, what happens is your inputs are scalars or points, coordinates represented in the original coordinate system. By multiplying with S inverse, you get the coordinate of the same point when you change the coordinate system to the red eigen coordinate system. Okay, so you have changed from original coordinate system to the eigen coordinate system. Okay. Then I know the same matrix A, the matrix we wrote before, it can be decomposed, or same transformation can be done as S inverse. First you multiply the S inverse, that means you moved from original coordinate point to the eigen coordinate point. In the eigen coordinates, the same transformation is nothing but a stretch, only a stretch or a squish uh, along the eigenvectors. So you just need to multiply it with a lambda. Okay, that is the eigenvalue. And again, now you have done the transformation in the eigen coordinates, but we don't want eigen coordinates, right? We want to come back to our original coordinate. So when you multiply the answer with S, you come back like you, that means you are again standing on the original coordinate system, and you convert all the coordinates of the transformed vector with respect to your original I cap and j cap. This is a little bit involved. Pause the video and think about it yourself. You will get it. You are doing nothing but doing the transformation from original coordinate system. You go to eigen coordinate system, do the transformation, which is just a simple stretch, and then the transform coordinates is an eigen coordinate system, you convert it to the original coordinate system. This is what is happening intuitively. Okay. All right. Yes. Yes. When you multiply, okay, now we can come back to this. When you multiply with S, so with respect to this yellow I cap and j cap, the coordinate of this eigen I cap is 2 1, and coordinate of this red eigen j cap is 1 1. And you know, in Ardian coordinate system, if you measure it from eigen, treating I cap dash as the x-axis, you had to move, this point was 1 comma 1, right? Now in original coordinate system, what will this point become, the coordinate of this point? So you just multiply with S. Okay, so that is 2 1 1 1 times the value, the scalars in eigen coordinate system. So that will be 2 plus 1 3, Anna, and 1 plus 1, that is 2. See, we got the original coordinate back. So I will write it with yellow. The original coordinate was 3 2. है ना? So this is nothing but just changing the coordinate system. Okay. So what is the benefit of this? Okay. We will answer that question in the next part of this video. Till then, stay tuned, keep exploring, and happy learning. And don't take pressure, just be better than you were yesterday. And like, share, and subscribe to my channel is your if you like this video. Bye bye, take care.